You don't become a man by accident. You become one by choice, by the quiet decisions you make when no one is watching. Listen up. This isn't a pep talk you'll forget 5 minutes after your phone buzzes. This is a call not to prove anything to anyone else, but to prove to yourself that you can stand up, own your life, and shape it. Being a man is not a title you inherit. It's a responsibility you accept. It's not about muscles or looks, money or fame. It's about courage, clarity, and consistency. It's about the hard things you do when the easy ones whisper your name. First, let's clear the nonsense. Society sells a cheap version of manhood. Show no feeling, hoard your pride, dominate at any cost. That version is brittle. Real strength isn't deaf to emotion, it understands it, learns from it, and acts despite it. Real power is a mix of tenderness and steel. You can be kind and firm. You can be gentle and relentless. The man you want to be holds himself to standards even when the world applauds the lowest common denominator. Start with responsibility. The moment you stop blaming others for your life, you start to change it. Blame is comfortable. It's a cheap heat, lamp for a cold reality. Responsibility is work. It's waking up and taking inventory. Where am I? What did I do wrong? What can I fix today? The man who takes responsibility turns problems into plans. He asks better questions. Not why me, but what now? He stops postponing life and starts building it, brick by brick, day by day. Discipline is the heartbeat of that building. Talent is wasted without it. Passion fades without it. You won't feel like training every morning, studying late, or telling the truth when the lies are easier. But discipline chooses long-term results over short-term comforts. It rewires your days. If you show up to your work, your body, your relationships, your goals with consistent effort, you win quietly and finally with results that rain on your life. Discipline is boring in the moment and brilliant in retrospect. Respect isn't earned by loudness. It's earned by consistency and honor. Respect others, and you command it back. Protect those weaker than you, not to be seen, but because you understand what it is to be unstable and alone. Stand up for fairness in the small places at work, in your family, with friends. Defend your word. A man's reputation is not built by what he claims, but by what he keeps. If you say you'll show up, show up. If you make a promise, keep it. People will trust you because trust is the currency of real leadership. Embrace vulnerability. It takes guts to say when you're scared, to ask for help, to admit you messed up. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's clarity. When you admit limits, you open doors to growth. You can't fix a hole you're hiding behind. Men who hide their cracks become brittle. Men who share them become bridges. Talk to mentors, to friends, to people who lift you, and let honesty replace ego. Your vulnerability will do more to make you strong than any act of posturing. Face your fear. Fear will visit every man. Fear of failure, of rejection, of insignificance. The trick isn't to be without fear, it's to move with fear along as a companion. Feel the fear, analyze it, do the task anyway. Each small act of courage compounds. Take one hard step today that your future self will thank you for. The man who moves in spite of fear learns that fear shrinks when action grows. You will fail. Failures are not fatal. They are lessons dressed in rough clothes. Learn, fast, adjust, and go again. The man who refuses to be defined by his failures becomes defined by his comebacks. Master your time. Time is the only non-renewable asset you possess. If you waste it, regret fills the holes weeks later. Plan your day like a craftsman plans a project. Guard your morning set tone. Small wins before the world arrives. Give you momentum. Prioritize what matters. Family, health, craft. Cut what bleeds you dry. Endless scrolling. Easy distractions. People who take without giving. Your calendar is your life. Fill it like you mean it. Build physical strength, but know its purpose. A strong body supports a strong mind. Exercise sharpens mood, improves sleep, and builds confidence. But strength should be used to protect and support, never to intimidate. Train like a guardian of your own life. Fit enough to protect, fit enough to serve, fit enough to enjoy the ride. Respect your body with food, with rest, with movement. Food is fuel. Sleep is repair. Discipline is the engine. Cultivate mental toughness. This is not toxic stoicism. It's a resilience both flexible and persistent. Learn to control attention. Your life follows your focus. When chaos arrives, and it will, the man who is steady finds solutions. Read widely. Learn to think. A trained mind is an artist with tools. It crafts decisions instead of reacting. Replace whining with curiosity. Replace drama with action. Mental toughness is practiced in quiet, resilience, showing up, adapting, staying calm. Work like someone who knows scarcity. Work like someone who knows the value of effort. Hustle isn't a badge of temporary suffering. It's a habit of deliberate progress. Don't chase instant fame. Build skill. Become someone who can't be ignored because of the quality of his work. Learn to do more than is asked. Deliver on time. Over-deliver in ways that matter. The man who works with excellence opens doors quietly, but permanently. Financial maturity matters. Money is a tool, not a trophy. Learn to manage it. Save, invest, avoid impulsive debt. Live below your means, not below your dignity. Money gives choices more than anything. It buys freedom to act. If you want to support a family, build a vision first and then grow the means to secure it. Don't gamble your future for temporary thrills. A financially wise man makes plans, protects his family, and builds legacy. Relationships are the furnace where your character is tested. Love deeply and show up. Men are judged by how they treat those who cannot repay them. Practice loyalty. Cherish the people who stick through the storms. Communicate. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Love is a verb. It needs work, presence, patience. Don't confuse attraction with commitment. Being a man in relationships is about responsibility, patience, and consistency. Be the person who can be counted on in good times and bad. Be accountable to someone. Pride makes men solo operators. Wisdom makes them partners. Find a mentor, a brother, someone who will tell you hard truths and celebrate your wins. Accountability grounds you. It stops delusion early. When a man is accountable, he expands well beyond his solitary limits. You will grow faster when someone outside your echo chamber calls your bluff. Serve something bigger than yourself. Men who live for themselves eventually feel hollow. Find a purpose, a family to protect, a community to lift, a craft to master, a belief that steadies you. Big enough purposes absorb petty anxieties. They give direction to sacrifice. When your life shows up for others, every small win multiplies. Service sharpens humility and amplifies meaning. Stand for integrity. Integrity is the single most valuable asset you can ever cultivate. It costs you short-term advantage sometimes, but it compounds into trust, respect, and a clear conscience. Lies ruin reputations and minds. Speak truth, especially when it costs you. The man who practices honest work and honest speech sleeps differently at night. He knows his choices will not haunt him in the quiet. Choose integrity, even when no one is looking. Learn to lead. Leadership begins with self-leadership. Before you lead others, you must lead your own life. Make decisions, accept consequences, and take responsibility for outcomes. Leaders create culture. Be the kind of leader who elevates others, who admits mistakes, who listens more than he talks. Leadership isn't a position, it's behavior. Lead with humility, with clarity, and with courage. Face shame and own your past. We all have errors. Shame hides them. Ownership redeems them. Apologize where you were cruel. Repair where you harmed. But don't get stuck in penance. Ownership frees you to rebuild. A man who owns his past uses it as fuel rather than chains. Let the past be the map, not the jail. Practice patience. Great things rarely arrive overnight. Vintage crafts take seasons. Long marriages take daily small kindnesses. Great careers are forged in thousand small choices. Don't expect immediate applause. Expect steady effort. Patience is active. It's showing up day after day while keeping faith in slow processes. The patient man wins quietly. Build habits that outlast passion. Passion is the spark. Habits are the stove. You might not feel like it, but habits carry you when motivation fades. Ritualize your wins. Sleep routine, movement routine, learning routine. Tiny wins accumulate into monumental change. The man who designs his life with strong habits wakes up with momentum. Own your emotions. Don't let them own you. Emotions are data, not dictators. Name them anger, pride, sadness, and ask what they're telling you. Use emotion as fuel for change, not as an excuse for bad behavior. When anger rises, take a breath. When pride swells, check the facts. When fear shuts the gate, test one small step. Emotional mastery keeps relationships intact and decisions clear. Respect time for solitude. Silence shapes thought. The world will scream for your attention. Take time to listen to yourself. Walk, think, journal. In solitude, you sharpen purpose and renew strength. Solitude is not loneliness. When used to reflect and reset, it's a tool for clarity. Balance ambition with wisdom. Ambition drives you forward. Wisdom keeps you from destructive runs. Measure success by internal metrics. Did you improve? Did you help someone? Did you grow stronger and kinder? External applause is noisy and often empty. Build a life you'd be proud to explain to your younger self. Protect your mind from toxicity. People drain you. News drains you. Habits drain you. Be selective about what you consume. Feed your mind with books, with high-quality conversations, with mentors. Limit exposure to resentment, gossip, and endless outrage. A disciplined mind chooses high-grade input. Give back. You'll know you've become more than your struggles when your success becomes a platform to lift others. Teach, mentor, support. The man who gives without calculation multiplies the world. Generosity is a muscle. Start small, then get consistent. Accept that some battles are not yours. Choose fights that matter. Ego loves conflict. Purpose avoids petty wars. Save your energy for family, for work that matters, for people who deserve your care. The wise man cultivates discernment. When to act, when to let go, when to forgive, when to stand firm. Stay curious, don't plateau. Ask questions, learn new skills, read books outside your comfort. Curiosity keeps you young. It opens creative doors. It prevents stagnation. The world is vast. The man who explores it mentally never runs out of fuel. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Perfectionism kills momentum. Track improvements, not failures. A small win today is a bridge to a bigger win tomorrow. Reward the process. The man who honors his journey stays motivated to continue. Finally, act. All words are seeds that need soil. Decide on one small, specific step you can take tonight. Call your father, write your plan, open a bank account, do 10 push-ups, apologize to someone, draft your resume. Do that thing. Then do it again tomorrow. Build the chain. Be patient with the results, but brutal with your effort. Be generous with your kindness, but uncompromising in your standards. Be humble in victory and steady in defeat. Be curious, disciplined, and kind. Be strong enough to protect and soft enough to listen. You will get tired. You will be tempted to quit. When that moment comes, remember this hook. You don't become a man by accident. You become one by choice. Choose honor. Choose effort. Choose responsibility. Choose to build, day by day, the life that will make you proud to stand in the mirror. Go now and take one deliberate action, then another. Keep going until the voice that doubts is drowned by the life you built. Be the man not by imitation, not by ego, but by design, the man of virtue, action, and heart. Be the men